The Enhanced American Express Business Gold Card is designed to take your business further. It's packed with features and benefits like flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business, 24/7 support from a business card specialist trained to help with your business needs, and so much more. The Amex Business Gold Card, now smarter and more flexible. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Can we give him a hand clap because it's Friday?
It is Friday.
Yes. Hand claps, please.
Is that the hand clap? I don't know.
Sounds about right, perhaps.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, y'all, for coming to listening
Thank
to
y'all.
the Double Dose podcast. Y'all, we are your hosts. I'm Chanda.
I'm Chanelle.
And again, we are Double Dose. So it is our pleasure to bring to you content for you to listen to us talk about lifestyle, faith, and culture each and every week.
From your new favorite twin cousins, Chanda and Chanelle, aka Double Dose.
Yes.
Yo, we're so excited for today's guest.
Wait, you forgot the tagline.
Oh,
we are one set of twins
with two different perspectives.
Awesome. All right, go ahead.
Yo, we're so excited about today's guest. We have our very own friend, actually new friend. So we met in July at the podcast summit, and it was just vibes, and we clicked. So welcome, Truly.
Truly, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Truly. Now, Truly, do you prefer Truly 2 times or Truly?
Truly 2 times is kind of like for the slow people.
Okay.
Truly is what I go by. So Truly is cool.
Okay, Truly. All right, welcome, Truly. And where are you calling from?
Yeah, right now I am currently in California.
Oh,
Dope.
What part?
In the Bay Area.
Nice. Okay.
I mean,
And where are you originally from?
I am originally from Atlanta.
Okay, I was about to say that you have a down south accent.
Yeah, I thought you were from Florida.
So it's like all over the place. Born and raised in Atlanta.
Okay.
Then I got my college degree in Baton Rouge, and then I came back home after that. Visited Miami for a while, visited New York for a while, and now I'm currently in California.
Hey.
Dope.
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome. Well,
Wait, who brought you out to California?
Business. So I've been freelancing out of college for a while, and then I started some businesses outside of clothing, and one of those happened to be a tobacco business. So I came out here to join my business partner. He said, "Hey man, it's getting a little slow. We can actually get jobs, invest in the business, and go from there." And so I've been here since 2018 doing just that.
Okay.
nice. So you like up and moved as a result of like an entrepreneurial venture.
Yeah, so
What was that like?
I have this thing in my gut that just tells me what to do, and I don't give it much pushback because of the track record.
Okay.
So I would have you to know I graduated top of class in high school, and I could have had a Hope Scholarship in Atlanta, $40K scholarship, but I chose to go outside of Atlanta to pursue architecture.
Architecture.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
impressive.
got a degree in architecture. Yeah, so I'm just said, "Hey, bro, leave." And I left to go to Baton Rouge, right? And then something said, "Why we shopping, bro? Just make it yourself. Make your own stuff." Clothing brand, right? And then something said, when I graduated college, come back home to finish what I started. And I had no idea what that meant, but I went back home anyway. And the rest is kind of history. Literally, my business partner, we met in the studio in Atlanta because I'm a freelancer, graphic design, clothing design, etc. He said, "Hey, man, I'm going home to spend time with family. Get your job, get your spot, man. We can make it happen." I said, "Bet, bro. My client's not paying like they're supposed to. And I'm willing to drop everything to go blow up this whole tobacco business." And dropped everything, left my car, left all my somewhat contacts, and came out here and became an employee.
Nice.
That's dope.
To invest in the business.
Yeah. No, because I know there are probably a lot of entrepreneurs listening who are probably like, I don't know if I should move for this business venture or if I should stay or what have you. Like, that's a common internal conflict that people experience.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it didn't really resonate until maybe about 9 months later. which is so weird. But I just saw, I mean, the best analogy is if you're on the sinking ship, you have the awareness, the ship is sinking. What are you going to do? Forget pride, forget ego, forget what people thought. Funny enough, people were more fearful of me leaving and coming westward than me staying and toiling with means of living. So it's like Atlanta did me well. Sold a lot of clothes, made a lot of shirts, freelanced a lot of my services that I provided to myself. But everybody being Hollywood TV shows, reality TV stars, I'm not knocking that. But for me, if I have a price, it's my price. And so it was more or less like if I can leave and go to college just off a whim and kind of just go to a place where I know nobody, right? Why would this be any different when I know at least one person?
Mm-hmm.
So, it comes to a point where we have to operate with a sense of urgency. And so for me, my compass has been sense of urgency and knowing that if I'm having this utterance, this path, if you will, it's not by mistake.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, I've been following that voice for a while now. It's been going pretty well. And I think for those listening that are struggling with it, I always tell people, they say, man, you left Atlanta. I want to go where you from. Why are you out
That's
here?
what I
And I
was
said, man,
thinking.
go.
Because people go to Atlanta for the opportunity.
Land of opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, but when you from Atlanta, it's certain elements that you can't master, that you can't use to your advantage unless you leave and then get that bird's eye view.
Okay.
And so for me, like I didn't hit six figures on paper until I left Atlanta. It was certain things I had to kind of escape, starve myself from. I had to quit liquor, right? I had to be single for a while. It was a very difficult process, but again, if I didn't follow that compass, I'd still be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No,
I was going to say, like, you're talking about something so important here because, yes, we're talking about being able to pursue like business ventures and to be successful naturally or physically. But you're saying you wouldn't be at that point had you not have like became sober, been single for a while. Like you prioritize like your spiritual and relational health over, the business at some point.
Yeah, you had to separate to elevate is what it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. And then too, Atlanta is a little different. You don't know you have a problem until you remove yourself. And so since I've been 15, 16, we've been in the recording studio. I know my friends have since then. And when I left to go to college, my whole goal was, let me find purpose. I tried rapping, I tried songwriting, and I'm still true to those things, but there's something else at the root that I feel I could be good at. And my strong suit happened to be business, right? And then this whole design thing. And so coming from that background, when I removed myself, Tesla drove me to drink and I experienced anxiety for the first time. I had no idea what people were going through when they would work jobs and go through these hours and feel bad until I worked at Tesla. Funny enough, I started investing seriously at Tesla. And then,
were you a salesperson at Tesla? Were you a salesperson at Tesla?
No, forklift driver.
Okay.
Bottom of the barrel. Even with a degree of architecture, life has a funny way of giving me not what I want, but I guess these building blocks that are essential, but not obvious. And so, yeah, I know, right? And so I was able to see the toxicity of my drinking habits while working at Tesla. And then when COVID hit, I went to like my Atlanta origins. I moved to chicken. That didn't work. Got off beer. Got on wine, right? Then coming out of that, I said, man, I don't like how I'm looking, bro. Like, man, used to be cool, calm, collected, six-pack shouted. Looking a little flaky here. So it was then I discovered my drinking habits were in the way. So I cut that out, trying to get sexy back, right? I regained clarity, doubled my income. Wow. When I doubled my income, I said, okay, cool. We done dropped one thing. Let's try abstinence for a while, man. So 11 months, 22 days later, we hit six figures for the year. Didn't realize it. And then what I learned was I said, wow, if I hadn't left, I wouldn't have gotten this clarity. If I hadn't left Atlanta, I wouldn't have realized that, it's cool to say I got a business trademark and I got an LLC, but it's even cooler to actually have the trademark and have the LLC, right? COVID hit, we started getting grants coming in. And so now I'm at a place where
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.
Made a lot of money, which is great. But now it's about how can we manage money? How can we deploy money? And then how can we scale to kind of have something to show for? When I met y'all weeks ago, the past 9-12 months have been revolutionary because for 10 years, I've had a streetwear brand. But for 9 to 12 months, I've been walking into a luxury brand, right? As my mom would have it, since I've been 6 years old, I've been helping people and coaching my classmates. It wasn't until last year I decided to say, okay, I'm a coach. And so this entire process would not have happened if I hadn't left. I wouldn't even been going to these conferences if I didn't leave Atlanta and say, wait a minute, these imports coming in, making noise in my city, at my Congress Center, you know what I'm saying? Down the street from my stomping grounds, and I'm not there getting this value. So that's kind of how everything snowballed.
I love that. And you touched on so many different key parts there. One question that I had out of all of that is, and thank you so much for your transparency. I would love to know, how do you define yourself, right? Like when you first introduced yourself to us, you said you, or even just now, you just said you were a coach. So who is truly? What do you do?
Okay, cool. Let's itemize it.
All right. I know it's layers.
So on an energy level, I love to self-express. I'm a self-expressionist, right? In terms of overhead and paying bills, I got 2 jobs, right? In terms of the business sense and me as a person, that thing that I would do if money wasn't an issue. Clothing designer, podcaster, 5-time author.
5 times?
And then, we got 5 books. We got 5 books. We got 1.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what are the titles as you show them on the screen?
All right, cool. Let's make sure we got all of them in my hand. Okay, cool. So we have How to Do More with Your Time, Time Management for College Students.
I love it.
I've been procrastinating my whole life, so this is the cheat sheet
Love
right
it.
here. We just got 2 jobs, y'all. That's it. 6-figure confidence, right? Mindset and actionable steps. For those that want to get 6-figure confidence in order to make the 6 figures.
So
right?
wait, hold on. Can we go back to that cover? On that cover,
Yes.
It says 108,246. What's that number?
So I remember I said earlier, 11 months, 22 days. Okay. From activity to activity. I debuted this jacket at Milano de Rouge's fashion show.
Yeah.
That was all in November. Now, when I got back from the trip, I said, man, let me check my banking account, see what's going on. I was like, bro, wait. Where does money come from, dog? I know we manifesting, but I don't get it. And so I had to go do the math. You feel me? So I said, man, you know what? I love my people, but my people love receipts. So let me put let me just go ahead and get it out the way and put this in red on the front. So that's where the number comes from. This is 1 calendar year from November to November. So November 2021, I had the utterance to go for it, right? Get 2 jobs, double up. And then November 2022 is when I realized you did it, bro.
Wow.
Right? So This is
So
special.
you broke that 108,000 through your fashion brand?
No, it's from 2 jobs.
From 2 jobs, okay. Wow.
Yep. Instant confidence for the shy individual.
Okay, and you got your face plastered on that one. Big smile.
Yeah, you know, this is a smaller version of this.
Okay.
Cool. The Millionaire Me. All right. Now, this is actually my first ebook / printed book in life. The original title was 53 Quotes to Live By. And then I said, man, okay, you know, this is a couple of Miami trips later. Let's give it a facelift. And so I retitled it the Millionaire Me, primarily because these quotes that I live by, when I study high level individuals, they're heavy on mindset.
Yeah.
And these 53 quotes have shaped my mindset. So I thought that I would, you know, do that. And then the last one, probably my favorite out of all of them, is 18 ways to lose money with the clothing brand.
Wow.
And then I highlight, notice we said 2018, I've been in California. So from 2018 to now, I haven't had that many sales in my clothing business.
Okay.
Right? Now, what's so fun is this. Prior to 2018, it was sales first, then develop systems. 2018 onward, it's let me develop systems to drive sales.
Yeah.
Where I said, man, you know, I'm getting 30 an hour, some jobs. I'm getting $100, couple $100 here, freelancing. Like, to sell a shirt at $50 and then go make it. It's cool, bro, but it's not holding my attention. We got rings and things, watches, rented cars, lifestyle, expensive garments. Like, bro, I'm not buying a $50 t-shirt. So, you know, the thing about my clothing brand, I always want it to mirror where I am in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? And so if I'm walking into this premium lifestyle, I need to be okay with embracing a premium brand.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it went from truly streetwear, right, lifestyle clothing brand, to truly fashion house. So now I'm not going to force the sale because it's a lifestyle thing. It's like, I mean, whether you buy it or not, the shirt is still $500. You know what I mean? And what was so awesome about when I met you all was that event was the first time I've sold shirts at $100 price point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was stunting.
So did you have
it was 500 online.
You had a vendor booth?
No.
Oh.
No, this was all energy. Now I've vended previously, right? In my past, I would do Essence Fest, etc. But these last couple events, it's been, you know, guerrilla warfare, man. As long as it's with you, we Gucci. I mean, even I did Invest Fest a couple weeks ago, and you know, there are a lot of vacant booths at Invest Fest.
Really?
So we took advantage. You know?
Not you. Now,
And
what
it
does
worked
that
out
mean?
well.
Not you stealing
Can
a
you
booth.
break down what that means?
So listen, so my background in vending is, if the vending booth costs $2,000, if you can't afford to invest in the $2,000 and then make the $2,000 back plus some, sometimes just go with what you got, right? And for Invest Fest, for Podcast Summit, hey man, I got 15 shirts, I got 20 shirts that I just did last night in a hotel room. Like, man, I ain't got no time for no booth. And then, I mean, for me, it's about sense of urgency. Like, you know, a month prior to the event, or 2 months or 3 months prior, it wasn't on my mind to even vend. So, you know, these conferences and these events, I've been very honest with myself and adding on layers, peeling back layers. My first events last year, I came into the game, I presented myself as a crypto coach because I just did like 15,000 in crypto in 45 days. And then I had my clothing brand, but I only focused on crypto. So they said, man, hey, you fly, bro. I love the jacket, man. But, you know, you do crypto, cool. But, you know, I'm up $500,000 in crypto. I said, well, I can't coach this person. They already there, right? And so I said, man, just focus on your clothes, bro. I said, cool, I'll do that. So I left, came back, focused on clothes. It's pretty cool, but I still wasn't tapping in all the way.
Okay.
Then someone said, hey, I'm doing these interviews. You should do interviews, right? And then before that, someone said, hey, I love how you communicate. you should be a confidence coach.
Mm-hmm.
So from event to event, I'm going through this process of identifying what the audience says my value is, and then what I see my value is, and where is that alignment, where's that common ground. And so by the end of last year, I had kind of dialed in on confidence coach, one book, clothing brand, right? And then after Milano de Rouge's fashion show, I said, man, let me go heavy on clothing because you can't get around it.
Yeah.
So then fast forward to Proven Profits in New York. I'm focused on clothing, right? But then I'm helping people. And with my book, I said, man, I had an ebook. Let me just print it. Just print the book out. And the first title for the book was Becoming More Confident. It wasn't Six Figure Confidence. I redid that. Then I said, man, I have all these ideas. Let me go put out more books. Let me get the podcast summit, right? So now I'm a podcaster, 5-time author, right? Clothing designer of 11 years. And my goal is to automate all of my brands and focus on public speaking.
Dope. Okay.
So it's kind of like whoa,
Yeah.
wow. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the plight of the
but
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, you know, and slight flex, not really, but these are cluster diamonds. And what I told myself was, I said, man, you have a luxury brand, you're trying to appeal and appease to those that can afford it. Get you a little shine, brother. And it's so funny. This is an ode to manifesting. This time last year, I was making the money. I went online. I went to my shopping cart. I put all the jewelry that I wanted to buy, right? And I printed it out, put it on the wall in my office. Let it sit for 2 months, took it down. Man, you're not going out. You don't need it. And then a year later, we have it. Now, last year I could buy what I bought times 5. But a year later, it served a purpose. And so with these cluster diamonds, I try to make everything like have some kind of relevance to where I am in the journey. I'm a clustered thinker. I'm not a linear thinker.
Mm-hmm.
If I cut off having a clothing brand, I have to buy clothes. If I don't write books, I have to settle for impacting people's lives in a 2-minute conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not focused on podcasting, I can't share messages that mean things to people that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to embrace this idea of, you know, I can't just wear one hat. I'm just going to invest in a better hat rack.
That's funny. I like that.
So, you know,
So
yeah.
So as a clustered thinker, do you ever get worried that your audience will get confused by, like, you know, having your hand in so many pots? Because I mean, I'm a multi-hyphenate too, right? I'm a podcaster, speaker, I have a 9-to-5, like I do this, that, but I always have this thing in the back of my head, like, okay, am I confusing my audience? So like, how do you avoid that?
Yeah. So this is so awesome. I was worried about the questions. I said, man, it's an interview, bro. They gonna have the questions. You're asking great questions. So at the top of the year, I made a decision to get a virtual assistant. I invested boatloads of cash into her going full time.
Mm-hmm.
And what was so awesome was I saw the power of automation and I fell in love with scale. And so to answer your question, when I went through that process, I put most of the emphasis on my main page and confidence coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to go to my main page now, Truly 2 Times, and go do my reels, you go scroll down, it's heavy on the confidence. And so I had to invest money into that system to learn that, man, you know, my audience, every time I post, you know, an outfit, a cool little pose, a cool little trip, fly cars, they're gravitating towards that versus the information.
Mm-hmm.
So on my post-it board over here in my office, it says, clothes only, bro. Promise. And then I dated it. And that's because I learned on my main page, all of my followers and then some of my fake followers, they only are attracted to clothes.
Mm-hmm.
This thing that I've created, I've crafted, I've committed my life to with clothing design. So, you know, I did struggle with that. And now, especially now that I've started this Name Your Price show, where I am very upfront about the cost of my garments in a very colorful way, I've now deviated that to its own Instagram page. And so I have struggled with that. Probably since 2018. I mean, when I worked at Tesla in 2018, I started doing the quotes, and it started getting some traction and some feedback, but nothing really heavy. And so since 2018, I struggled with that. But now I've now separated everything and made it more streamlined in its own right, and it's a little more palatable. So you know, different parts of the brain fire off different parts of our reality, right? And so I've now separated everything into this digital brain, if you will, where I have Success Circle Network, where I highlight my bookstore, confidence, coaching, all of that powerful mindset content. I have Truly Two Times, where I'm totally engulfed in clothing design, teaching others to monetize as they are, and my clothing brand. And then I have Matthias Truly as my author speaker component, right? Where it's not such a hassle. I can hire my VA to focus on Success Circle Network. I can schedule my personal page. I can schedule my public speaking page. And now, you know, to my audience that's been so faithful, or my new audiences, I got to worry about it. So to answer your question, yes and yes. And then the hack is separate those things. You know, create, like I said, the digital footprint of the digital brain, where every space has, every faculty has its own space.
I think that's so smart because, like we said, people do have the tendency to get confused about, unfortunately, like if an entrepreneur is involved in this and that, because I experienced that myself. So that's a.
What's been your experience with that?
Well, just like people asking, well, I didn't know you had 2 podcasts. I didn't know.
Oh yes,
you know, I didn't know you actually public speak. I didn't know that are you still practicing? Like I do all of these things, y'all. Like it's not either or. I'm still like very much a multi-hyphenate entrepreneur. So I think that's why it's important to kind of continue to kind of put yourself out there as all of those things so that people can be aware of the things that you have to offer.
Love that. Yeah.
Question for you though. So I know, so you're a confidence coach. You have like, you know, a part of your brand, a part of when people think, you know, who is truly like confidence is one thing that they think. So I'm wondering like, what would you say are some tips to building confidence for the entrepreneur?
It's a good question.
Okay. So I'm actually, and I just learned this, I'm going to pull from my book, Instant Confidence for the Shy Individual.
Okay.
They got all the sauce in here.
Okay. What do you mean you just learned this?
So the fun fact for me is probably in the past 3 months, maybe, Podcast Summit, Invest Fest, Proof and Profit Tour. As a public speaker, when you're referencing skill set, framework, ideas, don't be afraid to reference the book.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, that's what I mean. I just learned it probably in the past 3 months. So I'm being intentional about, because at first it's like, man, you know, off the top of your head, but like, bro, yeah, but what about that person that's driving, that's listening to it on audio, that can't write it down? How do they figure it out, right? And so it's in the book.
Yeah.
And just to be really quick, I'll list the steps, and then I'll list like what's been the most powerful step for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So one way is to practice self-love every day. It's kind of funny, but stay in the mirror. I love myself. I like myself. And as humans, this human experience, I mean, if you don't laugh after about 30 seconds of doing that, I mean, you ain't human. So I love that exercise.
Wait, can you do it? Like, can you act like the camera is your mirror? What happens in Truly's mirror every morning?
All right, so cool. We you know, it's like, bro, we got to go to work, bro. Let's make this money. Let's fund these businesses. I like myself. I love myself. I like myself. I love myself. Then you get real close. You know what I mean? You want to see all the imperfections. Because me, I've been working on skin routine. You know what I mean? All up in here. Like, see all the imperfections in the mirror that you cannot avoid, that bothers you at night. I like myself. I love myself. You know what I mean? I like myself. And then out of that, it's therapeutic. You walk away like, bro, okay, I do like myself. I do love myself.
I love
it.
Yeah.
You all that. You feel me? And two, like, For me, I live a life where people look at me, and so it's so important for me to practice that, because if not, you forget people looking at you, and then it's like, God put you here to be a lighthouse, to be a beacon for others. You ain't got time to not like yourself.
Thanks.
You feel me? So there's that. The fourth thing is to practice self-love every day. That's number 5. Number 4, check your body language. So, pretty cool story, and I'll be quick. I went home for Invest Fest, spent time with my grandmother, and she read this book, like front cover to back cover, and I'm actually gonna use her audio as my audio book. And she says, "You practice this stuff?" I say, "Yeah, man." And there's a part in the book talking about power pose, and body language is this. What we don't realize is this: our posture, how we breathe, it affects what chemicals are released in our body that reinforce, that reaffirm our confidence, our happiness, right? Our comfort levels. It's all in posture. So I'm heavy on, sit erect, back straight, like you got a 6-pack, suck it in, stomach vacuuming, all that. Whatever your flavor is, right? To get that confident body language, practice that. That's number 4. Number 3, train your brain. I'm heavy on the self-talk, because it matters. Side note, my mother's an educator, so I just love learning. So here's another one. I recently just learned our thoughts are not our own. And I have a segment on my podcast called Truly Talks, where I break down, if our mind is not our own, the thoughts that we put into our brain are the thoughts that run the engine. So if the engine is clunky, you need an oil change, you go to a pit stop, something's wrong with the gas, right? So high level gasoline only. I should have recorded that, but y'all get that for free.
I like that. High level
So
gasoline only.
Train your brain. Positive self-talk is a definite must. The second thing, remember past achievements. Now, earlier I shared with you all me realizing that I've always helped people. Just now with confidence, I thought about saying, man, I've always walked up to get awards in school and college, etc. So for me, when I'm facing low moments of low self-confidence, I remember those accolades. I remember the conversations that went well. I remember speaking up for myself and it working out. I remember the job promotions. I remember the first time I made money selling t-shirts. I remember the first time someone paid me attention. I remember all these positive things for those that are athlete oriented, sports oriented, right? The first touchdown, the first award, the first whatever that is, whatever your positive moments are that exist in the past, when it gets Bobby critical and get down in the dumps, think of that long enough to smile and then move forward. So that's 2. And then the last one, surround yourself with positive people. It's such an awesome privilege to think back on how I met you all and to say to myself, man, we started with smiles, ended with smiles. You feel me? And sometimes it's as simple as surrounding yourself with positive people to remind yourself of what you're capable of. I have certain friends that say, man, I can't do it, but you've done it consistently, so you can do it. If anybody can do it, you can do it. I know you for doing this thing, so this next thing is possible. So, that is how I would kind of give people a quick rundown on self-confidence.
I love
That's
that.
amazing.
Thank you for the lesson.
That was, amazing. I feel like that was like the perfect plug though for your book. So for all the listeners out there who are struggling with entrepreneurship and business and confidence in entrepreneurship, like y'all need to get Truly's book, because I promise you, like it's more tips than that. So if that blessed you, then they should definitely get it.
Man, listen, just to follow up, successcirclebookstore.com. But more importantly, this is a 26-page table read. You know what I'm saying? This one's a little lengthy, my biggest book yet. 172 pages of straight game. I highlight all my mistakes.
I love that.
So side note, with this book and even being a coach, I said, man, and y'all give me some feedback. Let me know if I'm wrong about this, but there's so many of us highlighting how much money we've made, how successful we have been, and how seductive it can sound. Hey man, they made some money. Let me go listen to them. I want to highlight all the mistakes because I don't know how many of us are afraid to admit when sales are slow. But for me, so much of my transformation has been when the Shopify was dry.
Yeah.
When the account is red and everything is declined. When you're down to your last $40 and they go to some automated social media app to keep the image up. You feel me? This book is for that. You feel me? 18 mistakes that guarantee success. So yeah.
No,
I'm here for it.
I 100% lean into that. So I wrote a book of my own called The Art of Taking L's. And it basically just highlights the fact that success is on the other side of failure. So I agree that we glamorize things, especially on social media, but it's very rare that you hear someone talk about their failures and mistakes, but the successes are found in the failures and mistakes. Exactly. So we need to talk about it more.
Exactly. I'm a firm believer you can't experience success in its fullness until you have failed.
Exactly.
You can't experience like the success and everything that it has to offer and to really glean in it until you have failed, until you have, blew everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and I'll share a secret with you all. This is one of them secrets that you won't believe. Every mistake that I've made in business has made me money.
Wow.
So I created a shirt that I wore at the podcast summit. It says, problems are profitable, mistakes are marketable, experiences are teachable. So when I first got started with making clothes, I did everything by hand. And my first couple of clients was like, bro, my shirt's peeling, bro. I was like, all right, thank you. Noted. Then when I got to a space where I mastered that, my next thing was overpressing the shirt. And then I learned some customers don't see the mistakes that you make. And then some customers are gravitated to the imperfection of your presentation.
Wow. Yeah, that's real.
Which is a weird concept, but I would liken it to, even just now, like more transparency. First off, I believe it's super attractive, a little bit, not too much trauma dumping, but people, it's like on this journey, people need something to gravitate towards, to be reminded that we're not magical people.
Yes.
Granted, we do magical things, but we have our difficulties as well. So last year I went orange for the first time, and I had some breakage, so I cut my hair off, grew it back, put in some faux locks, had some breakage, and then I said, maybe just say these sides, keep it clean, concise. We're about to do LA Fashion Week in October, do a Fashion Week in February. What is my new constant? And so I did my hair myself because I know how to. I did my own maintenance because I know how to, right? And I could have easily overlooked that, but how many of us are battling what to automate and when to automate, right? When do I take self-care and just keep it at the house?
Yeah.
And then when do I eat out? And so for me, in terms of how someone can navigate from that, these problems and things, I've learned writing it down in the book is an easy way to make every mistake marketable, every problem profitable. Those hiccups, share them. And then our moments of feeling low, when we overcome that, gift wrap that experience to share with others.
It's amazing. I think that was the perfect advice to leave our audience with, so that they can let it marinate and they can purchase that book, because
where was the website again? You said Success Circle.
Yes, Success Circle Bookstore.
Got it.
Spelled out plainly. And then for those that want to listen to my podcast, it's monetize your lifestyle with Truly. And then YouTube is Success Circle Network with Matthias Truly.
Love it. And
Amazing.
then I know we didn't get to really touch on your podcast like that, but in like a couple of sentences, what can people expect when they listen to your show?
Yeah, cool. So with my podcast, it's literally like this, but a bunch of episodes. I speak on how I monetize my lifestyle. I offer ways for others to monetize their lifestyle. And if I could put it in one sentence, is this. The synopsis of my podcast is this. Whatever you need in life, buy a whole bunch of it, subtract what you need, and then sell the rest. So, we got to wear clothes. Wear your own clothes. Whatever's left over,
Sell it. Yeah.
You got to use toiletries, beauty care products, all that. Either make your own or wholesale your own. Sell the rest on Amazon or get you a wish list. There's so many ways to itemize what we're already spending money on.
That's
right?
facts.
So that's every business that I have. My tobacco brand, I self-medicate, right? My women's apparel and footwear brand, I'm attracted to women, right? My clothing brand, you have to wear clothes in this life. You feel me? And then with my books and podcasting and public speaking, we're all here for a purpose.
Yes.
And my purpose, based on my numbers, is confidence through clothing. And then monetizing through lifestyle. Other podcasts are about, murder mysteries and crime and law. And in your case, other psychology and human relations. Mine is about how can I make money with what I'm already spending money on? What is that mindset? That is monetize your lifestyle with Truly Truly.
Amazing.
Love it.
Amazing. So those of you who are listening to this podcast and you want to stay connected with Truly Truly, make sure you check out that website that is going to be highlighted in the show notes, and make sure that you check out his podcast. I promise you, it will be blessed. You will be blessed. Thank you so much, Truly Truly, for coming through.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you all very well.
For sure.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes, it was a pleasure. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next Friday for another episode of the Double Dose Podcast, brought to you by your favorite twins, Chanda and Chanelle. All right, y'all. Have a great day.
The Enhanced American Express Business Gold Card is designed to take your business further. It's packed with benefits like 4 times points that adapt to your top 2 eligible spending categories every month on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. And up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. The Amex Business Gold Card. Now smarter and more flexible. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.